Hello, beloveds. This is Thursday the 30th, and I have been feeling this desire to help us harness our group field in a more powerful way than we have been. Not that there's not beauty happening here, but I just feel this sense of like wanting to up our game. And I feel like that's both out of the desire and the love that I think we all have, but also there's something in the field right now that feels like it's telling me we actually really could use extra support. And this circle is a powerhouse of that for us. So, I'm just realizing, just was like, oh, I'm recording my video with my earring in my lap. So it is like, oh, one over there. Um, what I'm thinking about is something that has been kind of brewing vaguely and then got really sparked alive in a session that I had earlier in the week with Saraha. And what got sparked alive was the desire to have some kind of a what I would call sadhana practice together. So, in my background and training, sadhana is part of my matrilineal tantra training where we do a devotional practice over a period of time. And in traditional sadhana practice, it's with a particular deity, with a particular mantra, things like that. This is going to be a little different, not traditional sadhana, but the idea here is that we come into sacred support for one another on a daily basis. And the vision I'm having is that we take one day of the week, which there are now 7 of us, I think, if I'm correct. Let me double check that all of a sudden. I'm going to pause so you're not waiting for me. Checking. Okay, I lied. There's 8 of us. So, it won't be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but it'll be every 8 days. And each day will be a focus on a particular woman. And so all of us will take a short time each day and have a little practice that I'm going to share with you in a minute that we do focused on that particular woman. So all of our energy is coming to uplift her. And then the next day, all of our energy is coming to uplift her. And it doesn't have to be at the same time. Some of us live in different time zones. We have different schedules. I want to make this easy, but the idea would be that we all commit to this if it feels right. And it would probably be 5 minutes tops a day to take a focus of our love and our light on that particular woman to uplift her in her desire of what's most important to her at that time. And so we'll do a round of 8, and then each woman will have a chance to say, I still want the same thing, or to re-articulate. And I'll speak about how we do that and how we get particular so that we're bringing our mystical co-creative power together and uplifting. And then we're bringing that to the next woman and uplifting. This is about calling us into sacred service for one another. This is about calling us into sacred receptivity and ultimately into our own sacred alignment. So, what I'd love to do is here, if you are willing, first and foremost. So, if you could respond to this email with video with a little some indication that you're a yes. And then once we have a sense of like, okay, we're all up for this, I really hope we will be. This is definitely like I'm calling you here. Then we'll pick a start date, which I think will be soon, if possible, and we'll begin our practice. And uh, I'll figure out, maybe we'll do 3 cycles of 8 or maybe 4 cycles of 8. I'm going to figure out the geometric math of that, and we'll lean into how that goes. And I'm not sure whether or not I'm included, so maybe it'll be 3 cycles of 9. I haven't fully sussed into some of the nuances, but the practice will be simple. It will be to hold the vision for that woman. It will be to bring there'll be a very short little visualization practice that I'll give for that, and then sing a song for yourself, for her, for all of us. That is a song that we're all singing so that we're weaving our vibrational frequency that is getting put out into the world and our third eyes and our visioning. We're weaving that together to uplift. And like I said, my plan is this will be like 5 minutes out of your day, not a big commitment at your convenience. But what I would ask is that you really look at your calendar, you set aside like, okay, I'm going to do this in the morning at this time, and then you do it that time every day. Unless, there needs to be an exception for one. So that you make it a ritual. It becomes a ritual part of your life for the time period that we decide to do this in. And then one other piece that I'd love for you to just start thinking about and also weigh in about, and this is sort of a separate idea. I've also been feeling the call that sometime in the not too terribly distant future, it would be really beautiful for us to gather in person again and to come together in physical presence, in physical sacred space, and do the next level of expansion that we're called to embody together. So, wanting to see if that is still a desire in the field and get a sense of that for you. For me, timing wise, it's definitely going to be after the first of the year, probably springtime is what I'm thinking. But just wondering if others are feeling the same and would love to hear from you on that. So, 2 responses. One about whether you're willing to join together and do a non-traditional sadhana practice, and 2, whether you're also feeling that it would be beautiful to gather again sometime in the not too distant future in person. All right, I'm just loving each of you. I am uplifting each of you every day in my prayer time. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. I should have gotten this figured out before I made this video, but I think it's in a couple of weeks. Let me check on that. I think it's November. When are we meeting next? November 10th, maybe? Nope, November 17th. November 17th at 3 p.m. is our next Zoom gathering. And you'll be getting some things from me in the next week or so around sort of starting to drop in for that. But let's see about getting this practice going before we meet again. I would love that so much. All right, blessings. Have a great rest of your day.